Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Atlanta Falcons. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22. Yard line.
First down, 10. That's their own 22-yard line.
Here we go. What do you need? Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. 36, 37.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Runs through the contact, and there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
And it's third down.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
It's going to be a long day. Let's go.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And down he goes just beyond the 35. But that pretty move got him some extra space to run. Tavon Young in on the tackle.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 39. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hatchet. Hey, watch hands. Watch hands.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 4th down. Wilson in the offense, not coming off the field. They're going for it on fourth.
Check 31, check 31. Get it on. West.
They're going on fourth down. It's Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Dexter Lawrence. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Oh, offensive nightmare there. You go for it on fourth, and the play doesn't even really get to develop a sack.
And it's so unfortunate, too, because you think you've got something good called, but if your offensive line can't hold up, that's often the result. They find a way back to the quarterback.
2 yards on the pickup.
You got it. You got it.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Switch gears. Shit.
On second down now, Rivers. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be third down.
And it's third down.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
Bring it. Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
21, 21.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. Yeah.
Hey, Delta, 11. Say hi.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Here we go.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't fourth and inches. This is 4th and 14. They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. He's going deep for Brown. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Is a turnover on downs.
What? 380!
Check 53. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
380.
They'll run on first down. Cook. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Bears' 46-yard line.
We're scoreless after one.
With no score.
Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 50.
40.
Here we go.
Throwing on second down. Wilson, they almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. It's complete to Lockett. Touchdown, Falcons! Tyler Lockett, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go-around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well. 22 yards there, a first down.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
65.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
65.
Watch the twin.
On 2nd and 12, Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
11.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Clemson Tiger, Vic Beasley, reaches home that time.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
He's checking. Crash.
Now a give running right, it's Cook. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Watch the slant. Bang. Well.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Tyus Bowser in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Mike, 53.
Here we go on 4th with Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Falcons' 17-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tevin Coleman hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Touch, Luka D.
Check, 53's mine.
I got one left, one left.
I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. Get this. You're all mine.
From the 24, Wilson. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Good touch.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Check, check. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And they will not be able to hook hook up there. It's incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Check. Let him know. Tighten up.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Dalvin Cook with another touchdown, number 24 on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Luck's good on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Get ready.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there was some...
Touchdown, Chicago! Tevin Coleman, 83 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Check. 53's Mike. Check.
From the 22, Wilson. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
Fourth down now after a loss of 2. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. It's caught, block it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. And Lockett with a grab over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Something we're seeing more of with the rise of the run-pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back him up.
Mike. 280. Let's go. Single. There.
Now Wilson on second down. It's complete to Chris Conley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16. First down, Falcons.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
59.
Hey, look.
Boot, watch the boot. Mike.
Now Wilson on first down. He's got the hook up with Conley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. Wilson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10.
Check 59, Mike.
Now it's Wilson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
They work again from the 38 on second and 10. Cook. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. Following the good run by Cook, here's another first and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on second and 14. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. On first down, it's Cook. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. Second and 8. From the 24, Wilson. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 22 yards there, a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a second and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Lutz good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. Josh Jones in on the stop.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They will run again with Coleman. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Hey, come on, man.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
11. Alert 3. You go tight. You jet bombers. Hey, exit. Flag.
57 Mike 57.
Hey, gun. Hey, Echo.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Alert.
Here we go.
Cook following the penalty. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've got an answer for it.
Here's a 1st down throw that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Wilson. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tevin Coleman with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Throwing now is Wilson. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Out of the shotgun is Jones. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
What? 53, Mike. Target.
And Farley out of bounds just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A big-time play there for the Falcons. And that run right there, just what the doctor ordered.
You're talking about putting it all together for your offense because no big run happens unless everyone does their job. And now you're thinking about ending the football game because you're in field goal range.
What a dandy this has been. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. They try again with Cook. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Coleman, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Falcons, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they suffered just their second loss as they drop to 8-2 now on the year. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday at noon Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Detroit. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.